think everybody knows that you can get a great deal on a house if you buy it either at a foreclosure auction or buy it post foreclosure. A lot of times what will happen, the bank will buy the house at foreclosure and then put it on the market and sell it, usually to a real estate investor. So, like I said, you can get a good deal on one of these properties and buy it below market value. However, you need to be very careful when you buy a foreclosed house because there could be a lot of things wrong with it. Wrong with it legally, and of course wrong with it, with its components and inspection issues and things like that. So I just want to make a video talking about some of the legal problems you can have when you buy a foreclosure and how to look out for them and how to avoid them. So first of all, people who buy foreclosed properties often run into title problems. So the law office that foreclosed on the mortgage, if they messed up procedurally, if they recorded documents out of order, if there's any little error in the way that they handled the foreclosure, you'll then have a tough time selling it in the future. You'll need to correct that problem. So what I would advise is get a lawyer who handles real estate and who has handled title matters before and knows what to look out for and so forth. And also always make sure that you buy title insurance, right? Because the insurance company, the title insurance company, will cover you if there is a title issue with the foreclosure, if the foreclosure is bad or anything like that. Also, it's not just the foreclosure that can go wrong. Usually with these properties, these are usually low value properties and they've been flipped in the past. They've been sold numerous times, and a lot of times the people foreclosed on, they have other creditors, and people have liens all over the property. So you need to make sure that all of that is resolved before you buy the property. And you should buy title insurance in case there's a mistake and one of these problems is left over and you're stuck with it. Also very important is that you make sure that all the municipal fees have been paid on the property before you buy it. Okay, so I'm talking about things like taxes, water and sewer bills. Some of these bills can be astronomical. I even saw a closing a few years ago. Wells Fargo had the property and the water bill was $16,000. All right, so you need to make sure that all of these bills are paid, or that they are paid at the closing using the seller's proceeds, or the money that would go to the bank. All right, so be very aware of that. Make sure that all the city fees have been paid and that there's no bills that are going to pop up after you buy the home. And then lastly, you should be very, very cautious about buying a property with a tenant inside. Don't just think that you're just going to send an eviction notice and have that person out within a month. It doesn't work like that. They could be there for years, and you can lose big and ultimately end up paying their legal fees if there's any sort of problem. Okay, so be very cautious of that as well. Now, this shouldn't scare you away from buying investment properties from a bank or post foreclosure, but it just means that you should be on your toes and you should be aware that there are potential risks, and you should make sure that your lawyer is doing everything he can to ensure you're not buying a property that's going to leave you with legal problems in the future.